What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage Puya here, back with another SDFC video. I was not able to make post-match reactions for the last two home games. We have three home games in a row. We played Colorado Rapids and then we played Kansas City. I'm gonna break down those games today. But what I really want to get here and get on here and talk about is how I'm noticing, and I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. San Diego FC are getting more serious, and they are slowly fixing, plugging in some holes in their game that they showed at the beginning of this MLS campaign. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from San Diego FC, especially these last three games. The away win against St. Louis, the home win against Colorado 2-0, and even in the draw against Kansas City. I know that's not the best result at home against a Kansas City team who is lower in the league table. We should have won that. We had the chance to do so. We'll talk about both games, both Colorado and Kansas City games, in a bit. But even then, I was very impressed with how we played in general. In general, with how we played in these last three games, these last two home games, I think we're on the right direction. We're on the right track, especially after those three losses in a row, after starting so well and then taking 3 L's in a row and conceding so many goals in those three games, where the team all of a sudden looked lost. You kind of got the feeling that, oh crap, is the beginning of our debut MLS season hype dying down, and is it just going to be a downhill trend from here? And the team rebounded, and they look a much stronger team, a much more refreshed team, a team that understands how to play football, a team that is cohesive and is not just going to falter in their first season, die down, and then disappear into the shadows. You know, we're going to be here and we're going to go for that playoff spot. We're going to go and try to finish as high as we can in the Western Conference. And we're going to go. Why not? I know we're going to do it. We're going to go for that MLS Cup. We're going to go for the league title. We're not scared of it. It's a realistic expectation. The way we play, the players we have, the quality we're showing. You guys, I expect us to challenge for this MLS Cup. And there needs to be significant growth throughout the season, but it's not a bad shout to put San Diego FC as a bit of a dark horse to win the MLS Cup this season. That's all I'm going to say. We are getting more serious. From the games I'm going to break down right now, we are fixing gaps in this team. We're fixing holes in the defense, miscommunications from defense to attack. We're fixing them. The players are getting more confident, so why not? Why not go for first place in the Western Conference? Why not when we get to the playoffs? Yeah, when. I'm guaranteeing you right now, we will be in the playoffs in our first season. Come the next couple of months, by the end of the summer, we will be in playoff positions pretty comfortably, in my opinion. We're not just going to lose in the first round of playoffs. We're going to try to get to the Western Final. We're going to try to get get as deep as we can into the playoff tournament. And I think it's, we're dark horses. It's not a bad shout to say that we can do something special this season. And we're going to talk about why I think so right now. Let's get into it. We're going to break down the Colorado and Kansas City games and kind of talk about what I liked the most. We're not necessarily going to do a player breakdown and everything. We're going to talk about my key takeaways and the improvements I'm seeing from these from the team. And as you know, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to a lot of I'm going to all the home games, practically. Unless there's a reason why I can't, I'm going to all the home games. I'm going to the LA Galaxy game. We have LA Galaxy in 3 days on Saturday. I will be at the game, so I'll have a post-match reaction out for you later on Saturday after that result is done. But yeah, I was at this game 2-0 against Colorado Rapids. Good turnout for the game. I just want to say good turnout for the game. This was our first midweek game on a Wednesday at 7:30. I think we still hit 20,000 plus people in the stadium. So I was quite impressed to see that. And shout out for SDFC and the club for making these games so enjoyable. Shout out to the supporter section for always bringing the energy, bringing the different chants, new chants. I love the national anthem before the game. I like the fireworks every game. I thought that was just going to be an opening weekend thing, but we're doing the national anthem, fireworks, and everything every game. So I'm really liking it. I'm liking the vibes. I'm liking the perks, the free stuff you get every couple of weeks at the games. I'm liking it. But anyway, let's get into the game. 2-0 against Colorado Rapids. Honestly, man, the thing, and I'm gonna kind of harp on this in these two games. The thing I was just really impressed with was our defense. Now you look at the stats. If you're a stats merchant, let me just address the stats merchants, guys. Oh, if you guys didn't give any Colorado Rapids any chances, how come their XG is 1.23? Well, their XG is 1.23 because we conceded an unlucky penalty. The ball hit Willie Kumado's hand, and guess what? It doesn't even matter because CJ Dos Santos, CJ Dos Santos, saved it. Really good dive, really good effort to save the penalty. So that's why the XG is so high for the stats merchants out there. Anyway, for anybody who really understands this game, and yeah, look, 22,000. I didn't know they put the attendance on FootMob. I don't know if my face is in the way. Oh, no, it's not. 22,361 people showed up to the match. So I didn't know they had that. That's cool. 22,361. Good turnout for a Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. I thought it would be way less. In all honesty, I thought it would be way less. But yeah, I was really impressed with our defense this game. Our attack was great. Dreyer and Chucky were on fire this night. Yeah, the attack was good, and the midfield as well. The midfield and attack were very much more ballsy. They were taking more risks. They were playing more vertically. They were challenging the Colorado backline, and they got the goals. And we probably could have had maybe 4 goals in this game, but it is what it is. We got the 2, and we got the clean sheet. And going to the defense, I thought our defense was amazing. Now, let's just go to the starting 11. I thought our defense was amazing. Dos Santos obviously getting the penalty save. Bombino, for me, was man of the match. We're going to talk about more of him in this video. He's been excellent, the 18-year-old, the last 2, 3, 4 games. He has really gone comfortable as a full-time MLS player, as an 18-year-old in this San Diego FC lineup, and he's benched an experienced guy like Negri, 31-year-old Negri. 18-year-old Bombino is our starting left back now. He's been excellent. McVeigh with another goal, his second goal of the season. McNair, another strong performance. And Willie did have a good game. If you're stats merchant, you're going to see, oh, he got an orange rating, 6.7. Oh, I have no brain cells. I'm an idiot. I'm a sped. Willie only got a 6.7 because of the handball. Like, his game was much stronger. So don't let this stupid orange rating and yellow card distract you. He had a great game as well. Colorado didn't really have any chances. And I was impressed with this because, you guys, this is a Colorado team that when we went to their home, we got pimped 3-2. We got pimped 3-2, and they were tearing our defense apart. And so this was a good test after we got back on track against St. Louis to come back to home and see, all right, how are we going to fare against this Colorado team? Because, this Colorado team, I think it's this 20-year-old Yapi and also Cabral, who used to play for LA Galaxy, I believe. These guys are very quick strikers that could get at this back line. I was interested to see, all right, we're at our home now. Show me some improvements. And they showed a lot of improvements. The defense was more comfortable. Besides the penalty again, they didn't really concede any chances. And the big thing I saw in this game was, when we are trying to play such an aggressive possession style, we're constantly getting at least 60% possession in all of our games. I think we have the highest average possession in the MLS, if I'm not mistaken, or second highest average possession. When we try to play this style, our defense is playing very high up the field, so they're prone to being get at by the opposing attack on any counters or on any scenarios where we lose the ball in an uncomfortable situation. What I liked from this game was, one, that just the fundamental defending basics was down for the back line. They were coordinated. Their offside trap was good. They were ready for any counterattacks. They weren't getting caught out of position. But another thing I was really impressed with in this game and shows the growth in this team is a lot more cooperation between the defense and the midfield to make sure they dealt with any counterattacking scenario that came Colorado's way. De La Torres, Freskov, and Godoy, helping out the back line when Colorado is trying to transition from defense to attack, not leaving the defense exposed, having 1 or 2 guys in front of that back line at all times to block passing lanes and to protect the back line a bit. We saw more of that in this game, and it resulted in a better defensive performance and the back line protecting the back line more and making their lives a little easier. As they should, you guys. Just because they're midfielders doesn't mean they shouldn't have to help the defense. If the midfield didn't care about defense, our defense will, no matter how good our defense is, if you brought back the best defenders in the world to ever play this game, Maldini, Beckenbauer, Boateng, Chiellini, Nesta, all these guys, or Sergio Ramos, all these dudes, even if you put them in the defense, if you don't protect them with your midfield, they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle. And you saw a lot more protection from the midfield of the back line. So that was that was really good to see. And I think that was one of the key reasons why we were able to defend a lot more comfortably against Colorado Rapids. And again, yeah, the attack was great. Dreyer gets another goal. I think he's on 11 goals and assists in the MLS season so far. I think he's the highest goal contributions in the MLS, or tied highest with 11. Maybe one person has 12, but he's up there. And he is proving time and time again to be our best player and our most dangerous player consistently. So good to see it. And yeah, in this game, we saw Maitin, Dreyer, and Lozano start up top. I think this is a very speedy and dynamic front three. I think this is our best front three. And we should just stick with it unless there's another injury. I think we should stick with it, and I think Ricky Varas is sticking with it. Valakari has kind of shifted to a bench player ever since, because he got some games starting after Ingvartsen got injured. Valakari didn't show the best performances as a starter, and so we shifted to this more dynamic, speedy overall front three with Chucky, Anders Dreyer, and Maitin. So I'm happy with this three. They had a good game, and yeah. For me, my man of the match was Bombino. He just looked so comfortable as an 18-year-old. I really think he was the man of the match. Dos Santos obviously got it because he saved the penalty. But yeah, for me, Bombino was the man of the match in this game. 18 years old, comfortable. He may not be the most attacking fullback, the best attacking fullback. He ain't no, Jordi Alba like at Inter Milan. Obviously, not Inter Milan, Inter Miami. Sorry, brain fart. He isn't the best attacking wise. I don't think he overlaps at the right times. He's young, so he'll have to learn still, but defensively the kid's solid. He started the MLS a little bit shaky when he got his first substitute appearances, first starts, but now that he's gotten more comfortable and more confident, the kid is just great. The kid is just great, and he's for sure starting left back now. So yeah, 3 out of our 4 back line is kind of set. Bombino, McVeigh, and McNair. You still kind of got Lofosen, Willie Kumado, and Berthoven, who we'll talk about in the next game, kind of competing for this right back spot here. But yeah, I was very happy with this game. 2-0, good win. And yeah, let's get to the next game. That was just this past Saturday. Obviously, look here, we got LA Galaxy at 1:45. I will be there at home. We got to wipe LA Galaxy with the floor. I mean, LA Galaxy is bottom of the West. Come on. But anyway, this isn't about LA Galaxy. This is about the Sporting game. Now, again, defense, very strong. The only chance Sporting had this game was, and I forget who on their team it was. I think it was Munoz or Garcia on Sporting. They hit the crossbar. It was a very beautiful left-footed shot from the edge of the box. But it was a wonder strike, So that was the only chance Sporting had. Look at that, 25,000 at this game on a Saturday. This is good turnouts for the MLS. I think average MLS attendance is like 20,000. We're getting 25,000 and 23,000 on a weekday. That's good to see. But again, this game, we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. The defense was good. I'm just, on all the talking points defensively, this is the back line: Bombino, McNair, McVeigh, and like I said, Verhoeven, another contender for the right back position, and he's 18 as well, like Bombino. He started, and I'm like, I don't know, why is Willie all of a sudden not starting? Verhoeven came in, and he was excellent. He was comfortable. He was as comfortable as Bombino on that right side. So all of a sudden, we have 3 guys competing for that right back position, which is good. Competition is good, but McVeigh, McNair, and Bombino all played well. I think something missing from this game was the attack. The defense was strong again. Like, we completely shut out Sporting. We should be shutting out Sporting. They're not a good team. They had no chance. Besides the wonder strike they had that hit the crossbar, they had no chance. The defense and midfield were helping each other a lot to keep a nice tight ship back there. So the same improvements from the Colorado game carried over in this game. The only issue with this, the issue with this game was the attack. Now, we still had chances. If off the top of my head, a couple game, 4 days removed from the game, off the top of my head, we had maybe 3 good chances, maybe 4 good chances. and we didn't put them away. We really should have put at least one of them away, one or two of them away, to leave with at least a 1 or 2-0 win. But I think we could have won this game if we were able to just pressure that back line more of Kansas. Kansas defended really well this game. They did defend really well. They defended their box. They were getting they were getting blocks in on any dangerous shots we had. They weren't really getting exposed. Besides the first 5-10 minutes when Chucky was destroying this right back Shelton. He was destroying him. Besides the first 5-10 minutes, he kind of got it all in control. We couldn't really get behind their back line, and their goalie had a really good game as well. Pulskamp had a really good game. So, but I really think if we could have pushed more and been more direct, we could have cracked this back line, forced a mistake, and gotten a goal. Defensively, and I think this stemmed from the midfield. Defensively, the midfield was great helping the backline, but this game, what we missed a little bit of that we had in that Colorado game was playing more direct, taking more risks, and just being quicker in the play, not being so passive. So I think that was what was missing from this game, but I thought the performance was strong. You know, for me, this is early in the season. What really matters in MLS is the MLS Cup. Who cares if you're the Western Conference champions or Eastern Conference champions? In my opinion, because of the way American sports is set up, those championships mean nothing. The final trophy is what matters. The MLS trophy matters. So as long as we're in the playoff spots, fine, right? It's fine. We're allowed to have off games like this, especially when this is our debut season in the MLS. But, you know, what if it's the MLS playoffs and we have a passive day like this and we're not creating as many chances as we usually are? Food for thought. So we kind of want to be more consistent with how the midfield plays, more direct, take more chances. Lozano, Dreyer, and Maitin. You know, I was happy with Dreyer in this game. Maitin was really disappointing. Besides one chance he created in the second half, he just seemed to struggle this game. They really locked him down. Who I was really disappointed with in this game was Chucky. Chucky had a decent first half. He was popping up here and there. But in the second half, and I turned to my girlfriend and my friend to my left, who's also a season ticket holder, I turned to them and I'm like, you know, Chucky just got subbed off, and I think Chucky had only touched the ball 3 times in that second half. He was kind of a ghost. And he's supposed to be our franchise player, so that's not good enough. Like, I don't want to sit here and shit on the players. This is our first season. I don't want to expect crazy standards, but Chucky, as our franchise player, we're at home against Kansas, a team that's at the bottom of the league table. We need you to get on the ball more. We need you to be the face of this team, take more initiative. It just can't always be Dreyer. It can't always be Dreyer. Chucky needs to step up at times, and this was a game where I wanted to see that, and he didn't quite give it to us. He ghosted, and he touched the ball like 3-4 times. Like I said, 3-4 times in that game. So that was a strange one for me, but the performance itself was good. It's just the attack in midfield were a little bit tame and weren't forcing the issue as much. I really think if we were more aggressive against them, we could have forced a break in that back line, forced a mistake, and gotten that goal. So is what it is. It was a good performance. And across those two, you know, we're building again. We're getting more serious. And this is what I mean when we are fixing the mistakes and the deficiencies we're seeing in the team when we lost 3 games in a row. Our defense looked lost. The defense and midfield were not in sync. The midfield didn't seem to know when to help the defense, how to help the defense. The defense wasn't as confident in the high line. They were getting beat, exposed, cut open, and the attack looked disheveled. They looked lost. They look like a bunch of virgins out there. Let's be honest. The 3 games we lost in a row, they look like a field of a team full of 11 virgins trying to figure out how to get a girl's phone number on the field. They just looked lost. They had no idea what to do in those 3 games. But I like these last 3 games: the win against St. Louis away, 2-0 win against Colorado at home, 0-0 tied at Kansas City, and now we have a third home game in a row this Saturday against LA Galaxy. I hope to build on this. I hope the team builds on this, and hopefully we could smack LA Galaxy like 3-4 goals up. That would be a good result and show the accumulation of these improvements that we're seeing in the team. So, yeah, that's my take on what SDFC is doing right now. We're getting more serious, and if we keep making improvements like this, you guys, we are dark horses for the MLS Cup. We can do something special in our debut season. We can. I'm talking with chest. We can do it. But we just need to keep improving little by little. And then further down the season, we'll see maybe our squad was too thin. We'll see where we need to improve for next season if things start to fall apart a little bit. But yeah, don't expect us to go and win all the games and never lose again. We're going to lose. Maybe we'll go on a 2-3 game losing streak again. But the important thing is with this team is when those moments happen, when we have those 2 or 3 week spells and we're struggling, we capitalize on it. We learn from our mistakes, we grow, and we fix the new deficiencies and new weaknesses that pop up in the team. That's what it's all about. That is just what it's all about during a season for a team. So, you guys, it's been your boy Hokage. SDFC are getting more serious. LA Galaxy are about to get diddied all over on Saturday. It's been your boy. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.